Hi guys, this is Max aka Max. Welcome back to another video on the channel. We are very near the end game now with the crazy amount of content we have. We are of course going to talk about the content that we will see, the market as well as what to invest in. Now, there wasn't any trading video yesterday because I wanted to shift the videos to be released at an earlier timing. So previously the videos are usually out at about 12 p.m. UK time. So now I aim to actually get it out at about 8 to 9 a.m. UK time. So let me know down in the comment section below if you would actually like the videos to be released earlier. Let's actually take a look. We have actually gotten this one of three thoughts or shapeshifters player pick, right? You can get any shapeshifter. Let's take a look at the requirements. It's actually an 85 rated squad with one team of the week or one thoughts. Comes up to about 60k to complete. So this actually made your team of the weeks fly yesterday at content drop. I actually didn't expect EA to drop this, There wasn't any indication. We opened up quite a few of these on SharePlay, and the pack weight, to be honest, doesn't really seem that great. But, it's cheap, Just 60k. And the great thing is the fact that it actually includes your shapeshifters. So it's definitely better than your thoughts and thoughts moments upgrade, The one where you can do it 3 times a day. So, if I were to choose between the two, this SBC is definitely better. We have also gotten a Rodrigo SBC, 5-5 high medium, so he actually gets an upgrade on his attacking work rate, His attacking work rate on his thoughts version was previously just medium, so this one will have better attacking AI. Fantastic overall stats, Reaction at 91 is a little bit low. Shot power at 88 is probably where you want to boost the most. He has the finesse shot as well as the outside the foot shot trait. So let's take a look at the squad requirements. So it requires an 88, 89, 290, and a 91. So at content drop yesterday, he was actually at about 800k based on the fodder prices. But because fodder has actually risen, he's now currently at about 950k. For me, even at 950k for a card like this is crazy good value. He's 5-5, He has your Brazilian and very good Madrid links. He's actually going to play better, than your Footy Son. So Son for me is just too clunky. If you're deciding between Son and him, I would just go for Rodrigo, Rodrigo won't have that clunky dribbling issue. We also gotten our first cover star icon SBC in the shape of Roberto Carlos. He's actually 5-5 right now, high work rate. I believe this is the first time we have seen a 5-5 Roberto Carlos. He has the outside the foot shot trait as well. You look at the stats, it's actually great. The attack positioning and finishing is a bit low, but no worries. Roberto Carlos has a very good attacking AI in the game itself, so you won't be able to feel that 85 attack positioning. As an attacking fullback, he's actually, very good. Let's take a look at the cost itself, You have 85, 86, A couple of 188 and then 289 and a 90 rated squad. So in total comes out to about 800k. He's expensive, but I don't think that's overpriced because, he looks like a very, very good player. However, for me, like spending 800k worth of fodder on a fullback, don't make a lot of sense when you have somebody like Rodrigo, 950k. So, Rodrigo is an endgame right wing. If you can only, have enough fodder to do one, I suggest you just do Rodrigo. Because for me, Carlos, even with his boost up stats, he's actually not as great as somebody like your Theo Hernandez or even your Capavia itself. So the objectives, it's actually where I think is one of the best that we have actually gotten. I will actually go and talk about Rodri first. He is 4-star, 5-star, medium high work rate. So for those of y'all who actually enjoyed his Champions League Man of the Match version, this one will be very, very solid in-game as well. It's going to be lengthy. He has the finesse shot trait as well. So the objective is not that difficult to complete once again, You can do this in Rivals and in Champs, which is always a very, very huge bonus. Doesn't force you to play squad battles. Now this is the milestone that, has led me to conclude, that we are very near the end game itself. Let's take a look at the cards that we are getting. So, you just have to win 5 games and you get a Premium Footies Buchanan, 5-star, 4-star. You get an 85 by 10. And then when you win 15 games, you get a Muriel, 5-5 Premium Footies Muriel. Gets full chemistry on his own. Take a look at the stats. This is, crazy, crazy cards. Then you get another 85 by 10. And then when you win 25, you get Mkhitaryan. Again, 5-5. Again, Premium Footies Link. So I mean, I don't think you can ask any more from these cards. Now, the card that I'm actually most excited about, it's actually your Konate. 3-star, 5-star, medium high work rate. If you guys actually use his previous version, his Champions League version, I would say, right, he's kind of similar to your Varane. He has his own animations, which means that he actually make a very, very top defender. Right? His agility and balance is at 80 to keep him lengthy. So for me, this is actually a card, right, that can actually go straight into my first 11. So I'm actually really excited that, you can actually get him. This is actually super easy to complete. So long as you average 9 wins every single weekend league, you do it across 4 weekend leagues, right, you're gonna get everybody, the whole objective done, right, including Konate, right, because this objective is out for 34 days. So the players that we have gotten here, right, means that we are actually in the end game. When you start getting like 5 players in objectives, right, it means that EA is actually gonna release, right, more of these cards in objectives as well as SBCs. So I expect to see lots of crazy player SBCs upcoming, right, within the next 1 week or so. I will talk more about that later. Let's move on and talk about, the team 2 itself. I don't know why Footbin doesn't have it as a squad. So hopefully they update it to include your team 2. So we actually have 8 players in team 2, which is kind of surprising for me because team 1 only had 5 players. I did not expect EA to release more players. Anyway, I'm happy to have more players in packs though, right? This team is definitely headlined by Lionel Messi. So we have a 5-5 Messi with high-low work rates, right? Definitely he's gonna play fantastically well in game, right? 5-5. Yesterday, right, when he was actually dropped, right, he was actually exiting at about 15 mil. I think after 2 hours of content, right, he actually came back onto the market at 15 mil. And he actually dropped all the way down to about 10.2 mil, which is his current price. I don't understand why EA, right, can't just update the price range in the first place. Just give him a price range of like 20 mil, right? I know EA wants to probably stop your coin transfers, but for me, right, just update the price range. Because, even for Ronaldo right now, right, he's still exiting at 15 mil. So Ronaldo definitely needs a price range update. The player that I actually most looking forward to use, right, it's actually your Greasy. This Greasy is 5-5, high medium work rate. Griezmann, right, has one of the craziest attacking AI in-game. For me, right, he is one of the camps in-game, right, that is actually just different gravy, like on the level of like Zidane. Smooth dribbling, he's gonna give you great passing, he's gonna give you fantastic finishing, right? He is the player that I want, right, even more than Messi. And for him to be at about 1.6 mil, right, I think that's actually very, very affordable. We also have somebody like Cassie on the middle tier. 4-star, 5-star, high work rate. I've actually used his once to watch version, right, very early in the game, and that version was very, very good. He is extremely physical. He has that, long and strong reach, gives you that protective shield in midfield. This version, I'm sure, right, it's gonna be nutty in game. If you need like a CDM, this guy is the man for you. What I really like about Team 2, right, is the fact that we have lots of your mid-tier cards. Your likes of Cassie, right, and Royce, they are actually at about 800k, which is very, very affordable. And then at between 100k to 200k, you have the likes of Dumfries. You have the likes of, Insigne. So all these cards are actually very affordable, right, for people who don't have that much coins, right? Even for players like Forlan, right? Forlan is actually fairly common. I've seen quite a lot pack on stream yesterday. So for me, the fact that this Team 2, right, it's way more accessible to the majority of the player base, which is what Footies is all about, right, means that Team 2 is definitely clear of Team 1 for me. So GG's to EA. Now let's talk about the return of some of the SBCs, right, that were actually really important, right, in terms of how it affects us as traders. So I'm talking about your thoughts and thoughts moments upgrade. Right, as expected, I told you guys it's very likely that they will return, and they have returned. Now this time, instead of doing once, you can actually do it 3 times every single day, which is a huge deal. So the requirements is a 84 as well as an 85 rated squad. Total comes out to about 72k. For me, this SBC is not really worth it to complete. right, your tradable team of the week SBC, right, it's way more profitable and cheaper. Again, your tradable team of the week SBC has returned, and it's the same as your thoughts, right? It can be done 3 times and it refreshes every single day. So this definitely, right, makes it, right, very good for us, right, to actually flip your team of the weeks. I'll talk more about that later. So the requirement is an 82 rated squad with 1 times 84 comes up to about 13.5k. So I would recommend, right, you to do this every single day. Just do it 3 times. If you have your excess 82s and your 81s, right, chuck them all in because it's actually a very profitable SBC, right? You craft it for about 13k. Your team of the weeks right now, you can sell them off at about 24k. So that's a huge dub. Let's take a look at, the prices of TOTS itself right now. Your fodder TOTS specifically. So I believe right now, right, they are actually, right, going for about 37.5k. So before content drop yesterday, they were actually at about 34k. So they have risen at about 3k or so. When they dropped down to 30k previously, I already mentioned that they were actually good pickups. So GG's if you bought them. You can definitely flip them at content drop. You can actually try to get them, right, at 30k mass bidding 1 hour and 10 minutes after content drop, and then sell them right back at about 37k. So be sure to check the selling prices for your TOTS before you actually bid for them. Moving on, right, let's actually take a look at moments itself. They're actually down to about 16.5k from about 20k 2 days ago. We have actually been flipping moments every single day. So again, you can be mass bidding on your moments, right, at between 11 to 12k an hour and 10 minutes after content drop, and then list them up at 16.5k immediately, right? You make quick and easy coins there. So once again, be sure to check your moment selling price, right, before you actually bid. But to be honest, right, if you're actually bidding at 12k, right, you don't really need to check because that's actually a very low price. Now, I told you guys, right, that we can actually, now flip your team of the weeks. And that was what I did yesterday when I was actually streaming. Because we now have supply for your team of the weeks, right, it means that there's gonna be opportunity for you to flip the cards. So what I was doing, right, I was actually bidding on your team of the weeks, right, at 20k, and I sold them off at 25.5k. So I make like about 5,000 a card. Again, you can do this an hour and 10 minutes after content drop, mass bid on your team of the weeks at max 21k, right, and then list them up immediately at about 24k. Of course, other than bidding, right, you can also, right, try to snipe your team of the weeks. At how much should you snipe them at? I would say you should probably, right, snipe them at about 21k. So you shouldn't be sniping your team of the weeks, right, under the transfer market, right? You should be doing them here. So what you want to be doing is, just setting the filter to team of the weeks, right? And then you can just actually, right, snipe them here because this screen is actually way faster. You should be able to snipe a few at about 21k and then list them back up at 24k. So it's actually very good profit. If you can get team of the weeks at 21k, either on snipe or on bid, right, it's actually a very good investment even for you to actually sell tonight. That's actually something that you can do. So what content can we see today, right? So in FIFA 22, let's actually take a look at what we have gotten. We have gotten a 75 by 5 upgrade, a common goal triple upgrade, as well as an 82 plus player pick. I don't think we're going to be getting an 82 plus player pick because we already have one of 4 80 plus player pick. And then common goal triple upgrade, I don't think so because we already have an upgrade for the goals as well. So we might possibly see, the return of your 75 by 5. For your refreshers, we have your 86 plus player pick. Again, the requirements, 81 rated squad with 1 team of the weeks. And also the 84 by 10. The requirements is an 86 rated squad with 3 times 87s. We also have the refresh, of course, for your tradable team of the week SBC, as well as your thoughts and thoughts moments upgrade. So with all that in mind, right, where should we be putting our coins at? For both console and PC players, right, just go for your 87 gold rares. 12k max, 11.5k on bid. It's very straightforward. Of course, right, you can also go the special route. 11k max, 10750 on bid. There's definitely no risk there. So for those in my Discord, if you followed my advice and you bought 87 specials yesterday, you are safe, right? Because they can't go lower than 10750. So if you didn't manage to sell everything yesterday, no worries, we can still sell them today, right? I'm gonna be giving the sell prices in Discord as usual. So for those who didn't take the advice, and then yesterday y'all bought your 87 gold rares instead, and y'all didn't manage to sell, you're in trouble, right? Because they've actually dropped in price, but that's on you. I told you guys to pick up your 87 specials. I always have my reasons, right? Why I tell you guys to invest in, particular ratings, and even as minute as going for your 87 specials, right, or your 87 gold rares. So I have my reasons. So I would just really just follow the advice. So what other content can we see today? Now last Saturday, right, we actually got your Footies Team Cahill. So I expect to see a hero SBC later on today, and I expect to see a better hero and a more expensive hero, given the content that we have seen, right, for your Foot Champs objectives already. Now we have actually right, gotten a store pack as well. Now this store pack, it's kind of crazy because it's actually tradable. It's actually your Sweeping Stars pack, and it actually costs about 400k. Let's take a look at the percentages and see whether this pack is worth it. It's called the Sweeping Stars pack. So you actually have a 4.3% chance at packing a Footies, a 5.9% chance at packing a premium Footies player. So this actually supplies the market, with a lot of Footies player. That's why they are actually cheaper, because they are tradable. And of course, I already mentioned your Team 2 cards, right, are definitely way more packable than your Team 1 cards. I remember going through lots of share plays and my packs last week, right, for Team 1, and we actually only managed to pack 2 Gasm Fernandez. But yesterday, we already seen a couple of Forlans and a couple of other Footies. So definitely the pack weight for Team 2 is way better than Team 1. Store packs aren't that great. Y'all know that I don't like store packs, but if there was any time for you to actually get store packs, this might not be that bad of a shout, given that you can actually, right, sell whatever you have. We have also gotten your compensation, right, for your 90 plus icon pick that was actually given out yesterday. Right now, right, only if you have seen, right, heroes in your icon player pick, right, would you get compensated. So EA has actually already tweeted out that everybody who has been affected by this issue, right, has already been compensated. So if you didn't see heroes in your icon player pick and you didn't get a compensation, it's now very, very unlikely that you will be compensated. For me, I think it's unfair, because I think, right, even if you don't see a hero in your icon player pick, right, it certainly affects your pack weight. But it's EA, right, at the end of the day. So we have Footies Neymar confirmed by Sheriff, right? We didn't see him in your Team 2. Could he be in the mini release? Could he be in Team 3? Will he be coming as a SBC this upcoming week? Like I say, given the players that we have gotten in your Champs objective, right, your 5-5 Mkhitaryan, Murel, there's a very good chance, right, that I see him coming as a SBC. There's hope. He's gonna be super expensive, probably like 4 to 5 mil, right? Gonna take you forever to craft him. But even at that price, 4 to 5 mil, right, I think it's gonna be very fun for people, right, to have something to work and grind towards. The next cover star icon that's gonna be coming is actually gonna be Shevchenko. He's actually gonna be coming as an SBC or as an objective, as confirmed by EA. Sheva has always been terrible in game, right? Kind of disrespectful given how good he was in his prime during his AC Milan days. Hopefully, he gets like a 5-star weak foot or 5-star skill moves, right, to make him actually usable in game at least. So we should be seeing this later on in the week, if not tonight. Let's move on and talk about the profits in Discord. Yesterday there was no trading video, but I told you guys to pick up your 87 specials, right? And of course they sold at 14k, because they're actually required for your 84/10 SBC. Right, yet more pages of your 87s. So like I mentioned, right, I always have my reasons as to what I tell you guys to invest in. As long as you follow my tips, you can be sure that even if you don't manage to sell the card sometimes, right, you won't actually lose coins, because they can't drop lower than that. These are all easy coins, right? We've been doing this for the past 4 to 5 days already, and we've been making coins every single day, just pages and pages of 87s. And then we have also, right, 84 selling at between 3.4 to 4.1k, right? So that's good coins. More pages on 84s. So if you guys want to make coins, you can just get the buy price from YouTube and then join the Discord for the sell price. It's actually very easy. And of course, like I mentioned, right, the daily flipping of moments that we have been doing for the past 2 to 3 weeks now, very easy, whereby you mass bid an hour and 10 minutes after content drop, and then you sell them right back. You make easy coins there. Right, more 84s as well as informs. So join up the Discord while it's still currently free, right? Everybody there is actually making coins. Right, we have more pages of your 87s. Even your 87 gold rares are actually doing really well. So take a look at this. This member in the Discord, he basically sold everything. Why? Because I give you guys 2 selling prices. One before content drop and one after content drop to make sure that everything is sold. Now, I actually want to move on and talk about the market a little bit. Because, you know, your level up cards, right, actually fluctuated a lot. Let's take a look at somebody like Martinelli. I was actually trying to complete him, right, yesterday. He was actually at about 400k, right, when I bought him. And then he dropped all the way down to about 260k at his lowest. He rebounded back up to about 330, right, before he actually dropped back down to about 300k itself. So like I mentioned, right, you know, the safe play, it's always, right, definitely to buy at content drop. But for Martinelli, right, his peak, right, was actually at content drop. He actually dropped back down. So sometimes you just have to monitor, right, the movements of the cards itself. And then if we look at somebody like Goretzka, he was actually, right, I believe at about 380k, right? So his lowest was at about 366. He went up to about 428 at content drop, and he actually dropped down. So this tells me that lots of people already know that based on last week's trend, right, the lowest for these cards were actually at content drop. So they pre-bought the cards, and then when it came to content drop and they realized that the cards weren't going any higher, they actually sold off. So sometimes, right, you know, even if you don't invest, right, you can read the graph and it kind of tells its own story. So if you guys have Amazon Prime, just link your Amazon Prime account to your EA Sports account and you'll actually get a free monthly gaming pack from EA. It's actually very easy to do. I'll leave the link down below as to how to do it. And if you actually appreciate all my efforts for the YouTube video, in the Discord, even on the Twitch stream itself, you can actually sub to me for free on Twitch if you have Amazon Prime. It's gonna mean a lot to me, even though it's actually free for you, because it actually shows that you guys appreciate my work. I'll leave the link down below as to how to do all those stuff. That's it from me. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more trading videos, more latest news, leaks, more pack openings, even for EAFC 24, hit that sub button. Alright, and I'm out. Take care, guys.